Planning a trip to Ranthambore but confused about how to reach, which zones give the best tiger sightings, how to book a safari, or where to stay without burning a hole in your pocket? This video is your ultimate guide. Clear, detailed, and based on real experience. So you don't just visit Ranthambore, you experience it the smart way. And to make it even easier for you, I'll be breaking down this entire video into 6 parts. Ranthambore National Park is located in the Sawai Madhopur district of southeastern Rajasthan, nestled between the Aravalli and Vindhya hill ranges. It's around 130 km from Jaipur, 275 km from Agra, and roughly 1000 km from Mumbai, making it well connected yet comfortably tucked away from the chaos. The nearest airport is Jaipur International Airport, which is about a 2.5 to 3 hour drive from the park. The most convenient railway station is Sawai Madhopur Junction, just 10 to 15 minutes from the main safari entry gates. Trains from major cities like Mumbai, Jaipur and Agra frequently halt here. From Jaipur, it's a scenic 2.5 hour drive via the Mumbai-Vadodara Expressway, which ensures a fast and smooth ride directly towards Ranthambore. The best time to come to Ranthambore is June, just before the monsoon, because at this time summer is at its peak. And if you are planning a safari near the lakes, a tiger sighting is almost guaranteed. The heat may be intense, but animals, especially tigers, are often spotted cooling off in water bodies, making this the most action-packed time of the year. Although if you can't plan in June, don't worry, safaris continue throughout the year except during the monsoon season. The park officially closes from July 1st to September 30th, so plan accordingly. Booking a safari in Ranthambore can be confusing at first. Just type Ranthambore Safari on Google and you will be bombarded with dozens of websites. But remember, not all of them are official. Some private operators are legit and do channel their bookings through the government system, but they usually charge extra for convenience. The only official platform is the Rajasthan government's OBMS website, which we use ourselves. When it comes to choosing your safari vehicle in Ranthambore, you will get two options, Gypsy or Canter. A Gypsy is a small 6-seater open jeep and it's hands down the best choice for any wildlife safari. It's excellent for off-roading, can maneuver through narrow jungle trails and offers more flexibility in terms of positioning for sightings. You can either share it with other travelers or book the entire Gypsy privately at a higher cost. On the other hand, a Canter is a larger 20-seater vehicle where you will be clubbed with many other tourists, and it's less flexible in terms of movement. But don't think that just because you couldn't get a Gypsy and had to go on a Canter, your chances of tiger sightings will drop. We ourselves went on a Canter both the days, and you can see the kind of unforgettable sightings we had. What truly matters more than a vehicle is which zone you book and at what time, which we will see next. When choosing between a morning or evening safari in Ranthambore, both have their own pros and cons. Morning safaris start early, around 6 am, when the jungle is fresh, temperatures are cooler, and animal activity is often higher, especially in summers. You also get beautiful lighting for photography, and there's a peaceful vibe in the forest that you won't find later in the day. But waking up that early, especially in winter, can be challenging, and it gets really cold. On the other hand, evening safaris begin around 2:30 to 3 pm, and while the jungle might feel a bit warmer and more crowded, the chances of spotting tigers near water bodies are still quite high, especially towards sunset. It's also more convenient for those who don't want to rush early in the morning, so it really depends on your comfort and the season. Ranthambore is divided into a total of 10 safari zones, out of which zones 1 to 5 are known as the core zones. These were the original zones opened for tourism when the park first began offering safaris. As Ranthambore's popularity grew, Forest Department added 5 more buffer zones, zones 6 to 10, around the periphery. Now, if you look at the map, you will easily notice which zone lies right in the heart of the jungle. Undoubtedly, Zone 3 is considered the best safari zone in Ranthambore, and for good reason. It has been the territory of almost every iconic tigress of Ranthambore. Strategically located at the center and blessed with 3 major lakes, Padam Lake, Rajbagh Lake and Malik Lake, Zone 3 offers the perfect habitat for tigers, with plenty of water, fertile grasslands and an abundance of prey. You will even spot crocodiles basking on the lake banks, so it's literally a full wildlife package. The only zone that comes close to competing with Zone 3 is Zone 2, which lies right next to it and shares a very similar ecosystem. After that, you have Zones 1, 4 and 5. While some people claim Zone 4 offers good tiger sightings, in our experience, we didn't spot a single tiger there. One big reason could be the terrain. Zone 4 is more hilly and honestly, कौन सा tiger पहाड़ों में रहता है? Also, don't miss out on the iconic Ranthambore Fort, which you can easily add to your itinerary if you are planning a half-day or full-day tour. Ranthambore is not just about tigers, it's a thriving ecosystem rich in biodiversity. The park is home to over 300 species of plants, mainly dry deciduous trees. The fauna includes around 40 species of mammals, 40 species of reptiles, and an impressive 320 species of birds, both resident and migratory. You will spot animals like sambar, cheetal, nilgai, wild boar, sloth bears, striped hyenas, jackals, and occasionally leopards and caracals. The bird life here is a treat. Sarus cranes, painted storks, kingfishers, serpent eagles, flamingos, and many water birds near the lakes. The park also has a good population of marsh crocodiles, pythons, and monitor lizards. As of the latest estimates, Ranthambore has around 80 Bengal tigers, making it one of the most densely populated tiger habitats in India. We stayed at Aliste Hotel and Resort, which is located right on the main road towards Ranthambore Forest and just about 3 to 4 kilometers from the main safari entry gates. However, if you are planning to stay at Aliste and following Google Maps, don't get confused when you arrive. About 10 meters before the actual location, you will see a board for Aliste with a directional arrow pointing to the left. But when you look in that direction, there will be absolutely nothing. Don't worry, just keep going 10 more meters ahead and you will spot another board that says Paridhi Niwas. That's the correct entry point. The hotel staff has already clarified and apologized for this confusion. Paridhi Niwas is actually Aliste. So just take that left turn and as you enter the property, you will see the proper Aliste board again. This hotel is actually a resort and it offers two types of rooms, the standard deluxe den and the cottages. The cottages are a bit more premium and priced higher than the deluxe rooms. However, if you are visiting on a weekday, there's a good chance they might upgrade you to a cottage for free. But be very careful before saying yes to the upgrade. Only go for the cottage if you truly want to be super connected to nature, because trust me, nature will definitely come to you. If that's not your thing, stick to the deluxe den rooms. They are clean, comfortable and more sealed off from the wilderness, making them a much safer choice for those who want nature just outside the window, not inside the room. The food at Aliste is slightly overpriced, but honestly that's the case with almost all hotels and resorts in the Ranthambore area. However, if you don't want to burn your pockets on every meal, you always have the option to step outside and drive a little back in the direction you came from, towards Ranthambore Chowpatty. This stretch has a plenty of local eateries and dhabas offering decent food at much more affordable prices. So if you are okay with stepping out, you can easily save on food without compromising too much on taste. However, Aliste does come with some really nice highlights that enhance your stay. They have a well-maintained swimming pool, perfect for relaxing after a safari. The property also features a spacious open lawn on both sides, giving it a very peaceful resort-like vibe. There's a dedicated bonfire area. One of the best touches is their effort to bring in the local culture. They organize live traditional folk music performances in the evenings, followed by open-air screenings of documentaries on Ranthambore's tigers right under the stars. It's a thoughtful way to wind down your day and connect deeper with the forest and its stories. Now don't worry at all about your safari pickup. Most of the resorts in Ranthambore, including Aliste, are located right along the main road leading to the forest. So whether you have booked a gypsy or a canter, the safari vehicle will come to your hotel to pick you up. When you check into your hotel, simply inform the reception about your safari schedule. Show them the ticket you downloaded from OBM's website or app and they will print your boarding pass for you. Keep this boarding pass safely with you, because you will need to show it to the guide or driver when your safari vehicle arrives. The contact number of your guide and the driver will be usually messaged to you around 1 to 2 hours before your safari, and you can call them to inform them of your hotel name. Even if you don't call, they will usually call you themselves about 30 to 60 minutes before arrival. Once they reach, they will wait for about 15 minutes at your hotel gate, so don't panic. They won't leave without at least trying to reach you. And in case you're really unlucky or end up missing the pickup, you can still go to Ganesh Dham, the main entry point of the forest, and board your safari vehicle there. But keep in mind, especially if you are booked on a canter, you will have to settle for the leftover seats. First things first, carry a wide brimmed hat or safari cap, preferably one that comes with a face veil or flap to protect your neck and face from the harsh sun and hot winds. The heat here, along with the dry Lu winds, can get intense and unforgiving. Sunscreen is a must. Carry a high SPF variant and reapply it before each safari. And please don't forget water. You will need at least 2 to 3 bottles. Dehydration is real here, so stay ahead of it. Of course, bring your camera or DSLR. These moments in the jungle are priceless, and you will want to capture them not just for your feed, but to cherish them for years to come. We have added all the recommended travel essentials, including sun protection gear, hats and cameras, in the description below. Do check them out before your trip. A few extra tips to keep in mind. First, mobile connectivity. While most networks like Jio and Airtel work fine outside the forest, there is no signal at all inside the jungle. So make sure to inform your loved ones in advance that you will be out of network during the safari and there's nothing to worry about. Secondly, you don't need to carry much cash on this trip because almost all resorts, restaurants and shops accept UPI and online payments. Next, don't forget to carry the same government ID you used while booking your safari. Although they don't always check it strictly, it's always advisable to carry it along with you for verification. And finally, the most important reminder, stay quiet during sightings. Don't suddenly stand up or shout out in excitement because this is a jungle, not a zoo. So, to summarize the entire planning in one line, if you are coming to Ranthambore, come in June, just before the monsoon starts. Book either a gypsy or canter, whichever is available, but make sure it's for zone 3 and preferably in the afternoon for the best chances of tiger sightings. And here's a solid pro tip. If you don't get a gypsy online, book a canter at least 7 days in advance, and once you check in at your hotel, ask the staff if they have any gypsy seats available. In 99% of the cases they do, because most hotels are tied up with multiple booking agents and can get you a gypsy seat for the same day or whichever date you want, usually at a slightly higher price, around 500 rupees extra. I hope you guys found this vlog helpful and packed with all the information you will need for your upcoming trip to Ranthambore. If it did help, make sure to save this video so you can quickly refer back to it while planning or even right before your safari. But if there's anything else you want to know, feel free to drop it in the comments. Also, don't forget to check out our other videos where we have shared our real safari experience, including the actual tiger sightings. You don't want to miss that.